everyone, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Christine Ripamonti. I do videos about adjusting to life into Italy for those who are looking to relocate. Today's subject that I wanted to talk about, and I know it's a big one, is how to deal with Italy as a whole subject. Part 1, the basic theory. Some of you people know me personally, some of you are joining for the first time, but I have been living in Italy for the last 12 years. This will be 12 years. And I have to say there is an art to learning to live in Italy, and there is also a lot of acceptance and change that somebody has to go through. So I kind of want to go through this and just explain it. I love working with people and helping them relocate, and I especially love when they come with the right expectation. I think it's a really important part to make your move so much easier if you have that right expectation from the beginning. Then you can really enjoy all of what Italy has to offer. When you come with just an idea of normally what's said in movies, and normally what movies say are always very, very far from the truth, it can lead to constant frustration, irritation, and upset. I think that if anybody's looking to have that adventure of moving to a new country and learning a new language and doing these things, it's very, very important to start at the beginning with the right expectations. Now, as I said, I've been here 12 years, and I feel that the only way to explain this is to kind of tell you a story. Mind you, the last few days, this video kind of came to my head. It's been rolling around like this, and I thought, So I started, making notes of these things. And everything I'm going to talk about in this 3-step video here is actually within the last week of living here of my life. Yesterday, I went out to eat at a cafe in my gym, and I needed to borrow a pen. And if you think about your normal life, think about all the times you've been like, oh, you're at a place, oh, can you pass me a pen? Can I please do this? It's a very, very simple thing to ask. Now, I sit down at the restaurant to have lunch, and I need to get a pen. But this concept, this thought in my head, hold on, I wrote this down, goes like this. Mind you, this is a very simple thing. I'm just asking for a pen. There are 3 words that come into my mouth, to my head, right? The first thing is I go, okay, I'm at a restaurant, penna, I think it's penna, but in my head I'm like, that's also very much sounds like penna. That can also be the pasta. Then I know that penne is penis. And then I'm pretty sure penna or penny, and I couldn't remember in my mind at the time. Is it penna or is it the plural penny, which would be a pen? Again, I am just simply trying to ask for a pen. In my mind, I'm like, is it penna? No, that's the pasta. Penne is the penis. Penna, penny? No, but that's going to sound like penis, so I'm not going to use this word. So this is out of my vocabulary right now. I'm like, okay, I know that the Italians also call it a biro, right? But I'm now a bit lost in my head, and I'm like, a bira, right? But bira, this is going to be your beer. And again, I'm back to another food. So I'm like, okay, I need a bira. No, a biro. And mind you, that biro is the Italian word for pen. It does not actually mean pen. It only means the brand of it. So it's actually not the word for pen. And this is, how long have I been talking now? For a few minutes. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different thought processes I had to go through to just ask for a pen. And when I did this is the fun part. I said bira, and I said no, biro. But then she was about ready to go get me a beer. And then now I have this lady over here who's laughing at me because she's like, oh yeah, I get it. Ha ha, it's so funny. Then I have the waitress who's laughing at me. And internally I'm like, I just must sound so stupid. And this is like every day. Like I told you, to do this video, I started taking notes in my head of what I go through every single day, all these little nuances, because they do add up. Now, mind you, this is okay. it was just funny in my head, and in the end I got a pen and everybody was okay. But sometimes you get to more complicated things, like having to book a doctor's appointment. Again, I did that this week. And when I did that this week, it was a 6-hour process. And I'm not even joking or exaggerating. So when I was going through this frustration, which is actually how this whole video started, is I said, okay, and I had to go through my own process. How do I calm down? How do I do this? Where do I find something to be fixed? And this was with me and my Italian husband. So I know that those people who are moving and they have to do these difficult things, it can be very, very, very frustrating. In that process, in the end, I got it done. Through that process, I decided to document it a little bit so I could share it with all of you. And now you have the backstory of how we started this evolution. Now I want to discuss the basic theories of moving to Italy. I've been over them before, but it's very, very, very important. Number one, this is the most important thing I can tell you. Do not look for what you already have in Italy. This, I tell you, is the number one thing that leads people to the most frustration and to discomfort when moving abroad. You have to understand there will be similarities, but it is not going to be the same. It is not your own country, and if you come and you compare bureaucratic procedures, you compare schoolings, you compare this, it is not the same. If you come to Italy, you have to come for Italy in all of its good and all of its bad. This is my main philosophy as well, is this. I am considering that everybody's life is at 100%. I have never met an adult who said, oh, I had so much time today, I didn't know what to do with myself. Never heard it. When I deal with my clients, when I deal with people, when I talk to people, I can already assume that your life is at 100%. If you're moving to Italy, you already have 100% of a life. Everything's happening. In order to add to that, let's say, for example, you love your life in America, but you really want to be able to walk to gelato after school. Just saying. So this is your dream over here. So you've decided, I'm going to move to Italy so that I can have my gelato after school, and I'm going to bring my 100% with me and then just kind of tack it on into there. It doesn't work that way. If you want to take out and add to your dream or to dream inside, you have to give up something. Again, we're back to number one. You cannot expect to have the same things in your own country in Italy. So if you're from America or you're from wherever, and everywhere you go, it happens super quickly and everybody decides everything super easily and that's easily, okay. But you have to leave that alone. You have to leave that back there, because if you really want to have that gelato, you're going to have to decide what to give up. And I hope that through my help and through these videos, I can give you a better idea of what it's going to look like here for normal life, not movies, not crazy people on the internet posting all types of random pictures, of normal life of I have to do the laundry, I've got to take the kids to school, I've got to do after school activities, what that looks like, what's the benefits, and what things you will have to get rid of when you move over. When you move, you need to make a positivity list. This list is going to get you through that first year. The first year of all the stupid paperwork, of the things, of losing your license, if sometimes that happens. All these things that are going to happen in that first year, you need to have a positivity list. You need to have it in the wall. You need to have it up on your fridge. You need to make it, and you need to have that very, very clear in your own mind. For me, my friends, I've got a business going. Gelato and Parmigiano are there at the top of the list. I love the seasons, the access to easy travel. I love Liguria, and the slow tourism. I love seeing Italy. I love seeing the mountains. I love taking a walk. We get to walk to school. The lifestyle for me fits me very well here. And so when I'm having all of these frustrating moments where it takes me 6 hours to book an appointment for my son after I feel like I worked 7 months to pay my taxes, I take a moment and I reset and I think about this positivity list. If you come to Italy without a positivity list, you might not make it through the first year. In closing of our part 1 for how to deal with Italy, when you are moving to Italy, you need to have your stress relief figured out. Whatever it is that you do, you need to know where you're gonna go in Italy to do that. If you're like me and you like swimming, let's be friends. If you don't like swimming, you should try. In summary, we have the basic theory. 1, do not look for what you already have in Italy. 2, you are already at 100%. So if you want to add in more of your Italian dream, you will have to give up some other things. And number 3, you need to make your positivity list before you move, as well as go through what are your coping actions going to be for when times get rough and extremely frustrating. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope I didn't make you too depressed, and if I did, then stick around for video 2 and video 3 because I have a lot more information to give you to also give you the expectation of what are these frustrating things so you know what to expect. And then my last video is going to be a 5-step routine as to what you can do to help get through all of these processes. Okay, I'll see you there. Thank you.